The San Jose Sharks head to the holiday break on a sour note. We'll break this one down. We'll tell you the Vancouver Canucks are the best team in the National Hockey League. Plus, the Barracuda do Barracuda things. I think I just heard Ian go arg from Sault Ste. Marie. Let's talk about it all right now here on Teal Town After Dark. Happy holidays, Sharks fans all over the world and in Sharks territory. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we welcome you to this edition of Teal Town After Dark, your live interactive Sharks post game. We do this after every single game, home and away, even if it's a sucky game or they somehow went on the road, which I don't think has happened in quite some time. But if you want to be part of the show, chat with us and fellow hockey fans on the YouTube page or the app. And of course, we encourage you to follow us on the social, at all the social media sections there. Of course, you can find everything at tealtownusa.com of what we do. And if you want to support the pod, there's two ways you can do that. You can hit us up on Venmo at tealtownusa or join the conversation right now on the Super Chat with the Super Chat donation. And you can tip us some love and maybe you could...
Hello. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh God. I don't remember I don't remember the second one. So I think the first one was an apple spritzer, but I don't think that's what it's called. And the second one had vodka in it. I'm not sure what it was. My dad told me to order it, so I could not tell you guys. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, that's even better. Hey, all right.
Oh,
No sound whatsoever. Well, that might
no
improve.
sound.
That might improve. That might improve the broadcast at this point because we've seen you, Reddit. So should we start all over again? That should be fun. That should be
We got it.
fun.
We're gonna start over, guys. Give us a minute. Give us a minute.
No.
Give us a minute. We'll be right back.
Well, we can't do that. We can't do that. But hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Teal Town After Dark. I am with Jules, who just celebrated her birthday with her apple spritzer, plus the other one that she totally
vodka,
forgot.
That's all I know.
Had vodka.
Good. Had vodka. So I'm good. I'm kidding. Got me through this game.
As I said, muted. This game should be fun. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And so what else will be? Yeah, it'll be a lot more of pain. So we'll talk about the Sharks going up to Vancouver on the final game before the holiday break. Of course, hey, all I'm going to say is that they're due to win in Vancouver, right?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, good night, everyone. Appreciate that. Sharks lost to the Desert Dogs on Thursday to a 5-2 score. The Canucks, with a win, would be the top team in the NHL. And of course, Jules,
what world are we living in? Sorry, Canucks fans.
All I'm saying is that message sent in the first 7 minutes of this game where Andrei Kuzmenko, who'd been scratched the last two games, he scores 2 goals.
Of course he does. Any player who comes back from being scratched or like whatever happened to them is, if they're playing the Sharks on their first game back, they're scoring a hat trick or 2 goals at least. That's on the kind side.
Yeah, and he almost scored a hat trick in this period, in the first period, and it looked like here we go again, the Sharks and Canucks, and it's gonna be a 10-0 rout. It's just gonna be nuts. It's just gonna be great. We're gonna be ranting and raving and everything. I mean, it is Festivus after all. Be on the lookout for we air those grievances a little bit later in the program. But I was like, no. We're down 2-0. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all. And then what happens? Things started to turn around. Nice defensive play. You get Granlund who ends up getting credit for the goal instead of Duclair to make it 2-1. What did you think of that one?
I think okay. I really liked Granlund just kind of sped up and then just passed it to Duclair, and Duclair just what a shot, man! That was just a silky smooth pinpoint shot. It was really nice, and I like to see Duke heating up because he's kind of a hot and cold player. So when he's heating up, that probably means the Sharks' offense might be also heating up at some point
Yeah,
in the near future.
not sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there, but I
No,
mean,
you're good.
with Duclair with that nice goal on Thursday night in the loss to Arizona, it was nice to see him contribute a little bit there. Speaking of contributions, Jerry F. with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. My son and I really enjoyed making it up to the game on Thursday and seeing you, Puck Guy. We were back in San Diego. Thanks for the great coverage. Glad you got back safely. And Jerry, it was always a pleasure to run into you in there. I need to also shout out somebody else a little bit later too, on the who was on our Discord. Came up to me and we started chatting away on the night. Desensitized, I think is how he pronounces it. But hey, appreciate you joining us as well. So thank you very much for that. But getting back to the game, Granlund's goal made it 2-1, and then not even 3 minutes later, Tomas Hertl with his league leading 12th of the season, Jules, and all of a sudden it was a brand new game, and I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah, for a minute there, I thought we had the old Sharks come back, and I was like, oh, they're gonna make this interesting. I mean, and they did make it interesting, but like I was like, oh, the old Sharks are back, come back, never stop working, and it kind of just went away. But it was nice to see the effort.
Yeah, looking good. 2-2 after one period, although the shots were like a crazy 6-5 or 7-5 in that total. It's like been a rough go for both goaltenders, Demko and Blackwood, and this one obviously more so Blackwood as the
I will
second
say
period.
Blackwood has been shaky lately, and I know he's an on and off goaltender, but oof, mud on. Blackwood has been a wee bit shaky as of late.
You could say he's like a Katy Perry song: when you're hot and you're cold, and when you're yes you're no, when you're in or you're out, or you're up and you're down.
Oh God.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
You're
Sorry. Speaking of sorry, the second period of this game, you had Amon after. And here's the funny thing: it's like Amon takes does a snow shower. Ferraro gets offended. Joshua goes to the box for roughing up Ferraro, and then literally right after the penalty expires, Amon scores to make it 3-2 Vancouver, and then
So I will give props to Ferraro. He did that after like one of many 3-minute long shifts for that dude tonight. So like props for him for standing up to the goalie or for standing up for Blackwood, I guess. But like that was kind of rough to draw a penalty, and then immediately after the penalty gets scored on by the guy who like you were trying to fight, basically.
yeah,
So a little rough on that front for Mario there.
not a fun one. I get it, the power play just was struggling there.
I did like the first unit. The second unit was questionable.
Well, yeah, you're not wrong on that one. That's for
But
sure.
I don't think Granlund should be running the point on a power play, but I will stand down on that right now.
So you're not a fan of the four forward group?
The chaos, the five, as people on Twitter call it, the chaos. I mean, I like it. I just think it needs, like, I liked it tonight, but like some nights it just doesn't work because guys know that that's a forward, so they know that it's really easy to get shorthanded goals if God forbid the Sharks mess up and flubber on passes and stuff like that. And they have a tendency to do that.
Yeah. So that made it 3-2. Then Sam Lafferty, about 2.5 minutes later, after the power play was gone for Vancouver, he tips home a shot from Lafferty. Lafferty tips home a shot from Cole. You think I was drinking tonight, and boy, howdy, could I use one. Cole with the shot from the point. Lafferty tips it in to make it 4-2, and then you're like, uh-oh, here we go again.
Yeah, I mean, the Canucks do it a lot, and the Sharks I wish did it more. They just shoot like pucks towards the net and then hope for tips. The Sharks they do that a little, but it's typically they'll go off the boards and hope for a weird bounce to come their way. So like learn a little from the Canucks that you should probably not like shoot it towards the goalie and hope for a tip because you're more likely for something to happen instead of shooting it off the boards. You know what I mean? Like what the Sharks do is good, but like Puck and I were talking during the game. It's like it's kind of a dump and chase scenario a lot with the Sharks, and it gets really frustrating.
Because in order to chase, you need to make sure you beat to the puck. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, you can't just go off the end wall or like the left wall or something like that and just try to get anyways, I'm not going to go down this.
Speaking of Ferraro, Darren Collings, Ferraro blocks more shots than some goalies do.
I think Ferraro has blocked more shots in some games and the Sharks have put on shots onto the goalie, so might not 100%.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. It's like icing on the power play, as Randy Holland would say.
Which the Sharks have done also.
Yeah, which is never good. Yeah. So Zetterlund, about 2.5 minutes after the Canucks make it 4-2, he gets back into it after taking a painful shot from a skate into the place where the sun don't shine. Nice to get him back into it to pull within one, and you're like thinking, oh, okay, Jules, we're back in this thing, and then the Canucks take 2 penalties and the power play does nothing.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like this team is either okay. The thing is, I can't really complain because the effort was there tonight. They just could not get puck possession for the life of them. And I know we all kind of hated on Addison a little because of his defense, but like, boy, howdy, do we need Addison right now? Like, we just need that puck moving defenseman who we just don't have. And like, as much as I'd love to say call up Muka Medulin, I'm afraid if you take Muka Medulin off the Barracuda, no. So,
talk about Oof Marone.
No, let's not talk about the Cuda. But I'm kidding. But like they missed that puck moving defenseman because they couldn't get out of their zone to save their life of them. And with Addison there, they were a lot better. With Addison and Sturm, I will say that they really missed Sturm.
They miss Sturm. They miss a puck moving defenseman that they've had in some form for the last 15 years.
Yeah, like
out there, but
I'm curious if the Sharks have won a game without Sturm in the lineup this year, because I don't think they have.
Where's our stats person here? Where are you?
Addison is injured. For those asking in the chat, I don't remember if it's an upper body, mid body, lower body, but he is out, and I think I don't know how long it's going to be.
Or we could just call it the classic overall body soreness.
Yeah, the overall, who knows when he's coming back. Yeah.
Right.
Teal curtain, baby.
Yes. So the Sharks with 2 power plays later in the second period did not work out. And, of course, what happens? The Canucks come down the ice and score. Dakota Joshua with his 9th with about 45 seconds to go in the period makes it 5-3. And that probably was the one that much did it.
Them. Yeah, that tanked them. Like, that was just, don't allow goals in the last minute of any game. Like, that's going to derail you. And Exhibit A.
In the third period, you saw the Sharks cut back within 1, though, because, and Jules is making me do it this way. Jacob McDonald had a goal. EI goal. There you go.
I did not make you do it. You just sang it after McDonald.
Don't you lie on air.
Goal.
Don't you dare.
You want to bring out the teal helmet?
Don't you dare.
Y'all, for everyone who doesn't know, Puckguy has a new item, which is a teal helmet. And he said if the Sharks won, he would wear it. But the Sharks never win on any bets I placed, so he didn't have to wear it.
That's why I made the bet. It's like the Barry Melrose in the 2000s. It's going to if he bets one way, you definitely bet the other way because it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, it's 100% the case. So yeah, but that's a separate issue for a separate time.
But you saw McDonald get that goal to make it 5-4, and you thought the Sharks were starting to come on with the pressure, but then Jules, they kept getting hemmed in their own zone. for the third period, and it just really did them in.
Again, they can't get out of there. I would be curious to see the possession time for this game, because boy howdy, it felt like the Canucks just had the puck the entire like effing game. Like that was ridiculous.
For zone time, yeah, it really, really was. It was not the best. It kind of reminded me of early season. So,
No, it definitely did give us flashbacks to that, because it was just a lot of like, we get it out, we dump it in left corner, we stay there for like 5 seconds, and then it's out of the zone, and we don't do anything, and we don't get a shot, and then we just keep going. So it was, yeah.
Not fun. Canucks would get a couple insurance goals to finish up the scoring at 7-4. The Sharks would lose again. Gee, what a shock. So lost there as they go on a mini break. So they fly back tonight, and if I'm not mistaken, they are not allowed to go to LA on the 27th until that morning. So I would assume if nothing changes, barring anything, they would have their morning skate in San Jose and then fly down to LA for the game, and then head right back up because they got Edmonton the next night.
That's a brutal back-to-back.
Coming off of the holiday break, yeah. No bueno.
I would not be surprised if the Sharks don't win either of those games. Because Edmonton's out for revenge and LA is just manhandling the Sharks. So.
And on that note, get your tickets now for Sharks and Oilers next Thursday.
Oh, wait, yeah. No, get your tickets, guys. It's going to be a fun game. Sharks are going to win.
Sharks are going to win. Sharks are going to win. If you don't know what I'm talking
Boston,
about.
come home.
Macklin Celebrini, who I think got a game misconduct in the pre-World Juniors match.
Yeah, he didn't get suspended. He just got kicked out of one game and was back at it today doing ridiculous things. So.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Someone get Jules a fan. She needs to cool down with all this hot Celebrini talk.
Oh God, no! But no, I mean, Celebrini is good, and if the Sharks get him, I think we will all be happy in the future for many years to come.
We'll be as happy as a rookie Tomas Hertl. Sure.
Carry 3 goalies for the back, but yeah, for the like 5 goalie changes you're gonna need in the middle of that game.
Oh boy. Yeah, for 3 goalies back to back. I don't think so. No, I don't think they're gonna happen that one. But, it will happen. We'll talk about the comments from the locker room. We begin with Mario Ferraro. Our mistakes are from not managing the puck. They capitalize on our turnovers. It was my fault on one of them. Our mistakes are too costly.
You're not wrong, Ferraro.
No, the possession, and that takes a lot of it on here tonight.
I mean, when you're having like 3-minute long shifts, you're going to make dumb decisions with the puck.
I mean, and you're tired and everything, so the effort to get it out makes it even more tougher on that one. And Mario Ferraro, we do need to give him some love, but we'll give him how he's being very tough on himself. I felt good offensively, but I could have done better in the D zone. I have to take care of my own end first. There are things I need to be better at.
You see, part of me feels bad for this dude because the Sharks definitely threw him in a situation where it's like, just hopefully you can swim. We're going to throw you into the deep end. So part of me feels bad for him. I'm not going to lie. But hey, at least he's bumping up his trade value.
Yes.
That's a joke. I'm joking. Do not come at me. But I'm also maybe not wrong.
But it was a 3-assist night for Mario Ferraro, and courtesy of Darren Stevens, Shark Stats
Ken Holland
on Twitter. Ferraro's the first Sharks defenseman to have 3 assists in a game in Vancouver, which thank you very much. I think you are required to do the sounder. Did somebody say Vancouver? Thank you very much, John Shorthouse. He is the first Shark not named Burns or Carlson to have a 3-assist game since 2011. By who? Jules? Let's See if you can guess which Sharks
Well, you
defenseman.
told me this before the show.
Oh, okay.
It
She
was it
remembered.
Pickles?
Yes, it was Mark-Edouard Vlasic in
Oh
a
yeah,
game
he
against.
left the game with and just never returned. So I don't know if he came back, but there was a
He,
tweet out there that he left, and I don't know if he came back.
he did come back for a little bit in
Okay,
the third
just
period.
checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
No, you're good. So, yeah, Ferraro with 3 assists in a game. First time a Sharks defenseman's done that since 2011. Mark-Edouard Vlasic, when that wasn't named Burns or Carlson. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Now, back to Ferraro getting on himself about his defensive play tonight, but he was saying, I'm not focused on offense. It just seems to be coming. I'm just trying to keep it simple. And he's definitely pumped up his offensive game. We had that nice goal in Vegas to start things. I thought he looked really offensively pushing, I guess, for lack of a better term, Jules. It definitely has been coming, but yeah, he's really getting on himself about the D play tonight. And again, when you have 3-minute shifts, it's going to hurt.
He needs to not slide as often as he is. I don't remember what goal it is, but he kind of slid, and I was like, I get what you're trying to do there, buddy. It was just not well executed.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I get why he's hard on himself. He's kind of in a tough position, and it sucks to lose. But the D just in general today wasn't amazing. It's not all on him.
No, yeah, it's not like he was on all 7 goals
No.
for the Canucks tonight. As for the holiday break, it's time to spend time with family and friends, and then we have to be ready to go on the 27th. Wow, you are hitting up all the cliches there, Ferraro. Thank you very much for that. Indeed. Let's get to Mackenzie Blackwood in the locker room. You do the best you can. You try to be big, but I'm not a superhero. I don't have superhero reflexes. You just do the best you can do.
What was the question to him for him to give that answer?
That is an interesting one. I know, AJ, appreciate you jumping in with all this. If you can answer on that one, because I heard that his answers were a little short.
He's either just really frustrated with his defense in front of him, which I get, but that kind of sounds like he's just frustrated at this point with either the defense or how the team played in front of him, which I understand. But like, I'm curious what prompted him to answer this in this manner.
Yeah, this seems a little out of character. Now, granted, when you're giving up 7 goals in a game, it's you could be frustrated too. You know.
And I get that. I'm just curious because this is a little out of character for Blackwood.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious on. But we'll continue on with and actually, no, you did right. Blackwood was somewhat short with his answers. You could definitely hear some frustration in his responses. I'll be away from the rink with my family during the break. I would hope so.
Yeah, makes sense. It is I don't know. I feel bad. I'm not going to pick on Blackwood here. I get it's probably hard to go up in front of the media after a game like tonight. So don't blame him.
And a tough one at that, where you're 19 saves on 25 shots is not the best night, and frustrating going to holiday break with that fresh in your head. For sure. Quinn would come out at the end here and make some comments. Our net front coverage was missing. Too often the goals come too easy. We were soft and puck management wasn't great, but we had a chance. We need to realize how close we are to winning.
He's not wrong.
They
got pretty close to tying the game several times and then just said nope.
Nope. They lost it either on turnovers or on-man rushes that set up, Quinn Hughes. Definitely a lot of shots from the point trying to get tipped in. You look at Quinn Hughes had a shot and it was tipped in. I think it was a 6th goal for Vancouver. You also saw Ian Cole His shot got tipped in by Lafferty to get for the Canucks to extend their lead, as opposed to the Sharks having getting a chance to tie it up. So, and Quinn kind of defends his goaltender a little bit, though. I can't blame Blackwood on any of these goals. It's too easy to get our net and too easy to stand in front of it. Yeah, you gotta clear the garbage.
Yeah, no, and the Sharks definitely didn't do that.
They gotta watch D3. That Mighty Ducks. Come on now.
I mean, their defense core is also just not good.
Quinn wanted to give some praise to Mario Ferraro. I love everything about Ferraro's game on offense, on when to get involved, his mentality. This is the best hockey he's played. And yet he was very critical of himself after the game.
I think Quinn right now is just trying to put out fires that might start, because I think the Sharks are getting frustrated again and in their own heads, and I feel like they're spiraling into maybe another 11-game losing streak. And I'm not saying they are, but I feel like they're trying to prevent this from spiraling out of control, because once you lose, what have the Sharks still have lost 5 now? Like, once you lose 5 to 6, it can spiral, and I think he's trying to prevent any fires from starting.
Yeah, it's the last thing you need. Especially in the break, because it will just eat you alive.
Like, the Sharks cannot have another 11-game losing streak. Like, absolutely not.
Oh no, but allowing 7, not great, but it is one of the best teams in hockey right now, folks. I mean, the Canucks are leading the league.
Who would have thunk that?
The Canucks are leading the league at 49 points out of 35 games. Now, granted, the Rangers have 3 games in hand on the Canucks, and they're just 2 points back. So let's not get too crazy on the Canucks. But they kudos to Vancouver. They've been doing it in a number of ways. They have a lot of great goal scoring. Thatcher Demko has been phenomenal for them.
I mean, yeah, I did not think the Canucks would be this good. Like someone put in the chat, they got Sam Lafferty for an absolute steal at a 5th-round pick. Like, what were the Leafs thinking there? I think he was traded from the Leafs. But yeah, I mean, did not expect that, and props to them. Let's see if they can actually make it count in the playoffs.
Yeah, no kidding. That'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting on how Vancouver does in the playoffs. And Demko had that crazy postseason in the bubble where he almost got the Canucks into the conference final, almost pulling off the upset against Vegas. So, yeah, and and AJ with the great stat there. Vancouver goal differential plus 43, Rangers plus 19.
Real quick here. Where is it? The Sharks have a minus 67 to put that into perspective.
Oh God.
So
oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, that's great.
No, I mean, yeah, both of those teams are very good. The Rangers are going to be a problem, and the Vancouver is a problem.
Vancouver is definitely going to be an issue. I mean, whoever gets them is going to have a tall task in hand going up against these guys. They just
kind of grind you down, and it's like they do have, like, Elias Pettersson is amazing, but like their bottom 6 just kind of grinds you down, and you saw them give a lot of problems to the Sharks' third line, Vancouver's third line, giving the Sharks a lot of problems. Depth players, man, they can make or break a team. So there's that for you. There's the obvious statement of the day.
Yeah. 3 of the NHL's best goal differentials as of now: Vancouver, LA, Vegas. Yep. That should tell you something there. And all in the Pacific Division, which is doesn't help the Sharks.
But the Pacific sucks. No, I'm kidding. The Pacific isn't great, but I get the notion that the Pacific is a weakest division.
But I mean, those top 3 teams, Vancouver, Vegas, LA, 49, 47, 42. And LA has 5 games in hand, even though they're 7 points out of first place in the Pacific. So a tight race in there and of course, we don't talk about the playoff race because we're so far behind it.
We're not eliminated yet. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with the playoffs. Definitely not the teams I had going into it. I think the Oilers are probably gonna make it in there. So if I were to guess who's out, I would assume it's the Flames, Kraken, Ducks, and Sharks. But yeah.
The Kraken really miss Martin Jones so badly.
Well, the Kraken just don't have the ridiculous scoring they had last year, and all of their guys were kind of just clicking.
Right.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it's going to be interesting in the Pacific who makes it and who doesn't, because the Central is also kind of stacked right now with Arizona being good and in a playoff spot.
So. Arizona's in it. I mean, Dallas is at 44, Colorado's at 44, Winnipeg's at 43. You have Nashville at 38 and the Coyotes at 36 holding down the two. The two wild card spots.
Interesting. So. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see who makes it. Also a team to watch. I know they're really down right now. I don't think they're going to make it, but the Senators, they should be on the swing, and I thought they would be better. Buffalo, I know this is switching sides, but the wild card race just in the East and the West is going to be ridiculous this year.
It should be fun, and the Sharks can play spoiler in all of that. So,
I mean, that's basically our playoffs as it is.
Yeah, Ian.
Oh, that's a good point.
Vancouver is this year's Seattle. Everything they shoot at the net goes in.
Yeah, and then they're gonna drop off a cliff next year. So like Seattle.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
Okay, no.
You got to clip that, and we'll go from there.
It's okay. Nothing I say ever actually happens. So Vancouver fans, you might be actually making the playoffs. Who knows?
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, with that, we put a bow on the Sharks. Sorry to trigger you, Ian. Let's talk about the Barracuda.
Ooh, Barracuda!
So the Barracuda were in Henderson tonight, taking on the Silver Knights after defeating them on Friday night. Just going to say this, at least it was 2-0. You had Ethan Cardwell on the with a nice turnaround wrister that goes in to make it 1-0 Cuda. And then why am I drawing a blank? Crap! Why am I drawing a blank on who got the second goal for the Cuda? Damn it!
I'm trying to remember. I think it was. Give me a sec. Fudge. No. Also,
Merrick.
Real quick. Yeah, Merrick. Okay. Thank
this
you.
Fourth of the season to make it 2-0, or excuse me, 2-1, and then the Silver Knights come back. Your
I will
thoughts?
say this: Ethan Cardwell is a guy to keep an eye on. I did not expect him to have the season he's having right now. But that dude's gonna be a problem. Probably a very solid third liner, forechecky guy for the Sharks. I really.
I'm waiting for Ian to Skype call right now to Barracuda rant. They lost to Vegas's 10th string goaltender.
Okay, hear me out. The bright sides of the Barracuda. I know this is challenging, but the bright sides of the Barracuda right now is Cardwell's playing well. Robbins is back. Hey, Robbins is back.
Yes.
He came back. He's back. Mukama Doolin and Gavanke have been a really good pair for them. I did not watch tonight's game. I got stuck with arguably a worse game with the Sharks and the Canucks.
Oh, jeez. So sorry.
No, you're good. But I mean, yeah, Cardwell looks good. Mukama Doolin is starting to heat up, which is really good because probably by the trade deadline he'll be called up, and oh God, help the Cuda at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a few bright spots. Robbins has looked okay so far. He's getting his legs back. They've won 3 of their last 5. Yeah, that is true.
Hello, It's Michael Molasses. He's saying, I'm the only one who said Ethan Cardwell was going to be awesome when he was drafted by us.
I will say this. I thought he was going to be good. I did not expect him to be this good. I thought he was going to be a fourth line grinder, maybe an AHL tweener. I did not expect this. This was unprecedented. But there's always that one guy who comes out of nowhere and suddenly makes your, like, I don't know, NHL roster. And that's a guy, I think, who has that potential to do that.
So,
Robbins is, yeah.
Go ahead.
Anyways, we should get off the CUDA before this turns into a Jules rant of the day.
Well, no, that's okay. That's where we're headed to. Since it is Festivus, it is time to the airing of grievances. By the way, for you CUDA fans, your next matchup will be on Friday in Bakersfield, taking on the Condors, and then Bakersfield travels up to San Jose on Saturday night to take on the CUDA. That's
wrong, but hasn't Bakersfield been struggling also? Or did I just dream that? Anyways, sorry, keep talking. I got distracted.
Oh, that's all right. So we got the CUDA Friday and Saturday against the Condors. That's a home at home. So be on the lookout for that. All right. So chat, I put it in there earlier. The area grievances. I'm waiting for you here. Come on. For you, Jules, you want to air your grievances or what was on your wish list of sorts for the Sharks going for here on out?
My wish list is for Malcolm Celebrini. I'm gonna just say that. I think we need, listen. I love the Sharks, but we are overdue for a first overall pick. And I think a 1-2 punch of Malcolm Celebrini and William the Smith is going to be effing amazing and will give all of us joy. And Quinton Musty. And a very elite defenseman, maybe Adam Yurchek. So that's my wish list.
You can throw in a Luca Cagnani,
Luca, the guy's only 19. People forget that. And Will Smith's only 18. Jesus, these guys are going to be good.
Let's only hope they know how to play defense. That's all I got to say.
Listen, again, if you have the puck the entire game, who the fuck needs defense?
Okay.
I'm joking. We need defense, but we have Furlong for that.
Furlong, yeah. No, you mentioned, I know this is kind of transition into the Jules prospect report, but I mean, yeah.
World Juniors, Philip Beeston, Matthias Havlet, arguably an underrated Sharks prospect, Matthias Havlet, Jake Furlong, all playing, Will Smith, Eric Polkamp. For those of you who did not know, Eric Polkamp was drafted in the 6th round, and probably for those of you who did not know he existed, he made the World Juniors team. So there you go.
Nice. I love how Marty T. Yeah, because Chicago's going to let him go play in the World Juniors. Bedard is still technically available for World Juniors.
Oh, God. No, don't send them Bedard, please.
No.
No, they're not going to. But fucking Bedard and Zegras today pulled off the Michigan. Both, competing. I don't know. Yeah.
It's like anything you can do, I can do better. Yeah, definitely fun to see in the NHL tonight. Yeah, the Bedard's first Michigan, Zegras
fourth Michigan,
just makes it look smooth.
Zegras is just so silky smooth. Not to make this about the Sharks, but one of Will Smith's, I think, shades of, I think, is Trevor Zegras. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I've been hearing. But yeah. So maybe Smith pulls off the Michigan.
No pressure. Or Eklund, or Celebrini, or
Musty.
Musty. Yeah.
All right, this is derailed into prospect talk. But yeah.
But nonetheless, it's been fun. Come on, let's hear your grievances. I guess there's nobody needs to have grievances. Okay, Rob,
I want McCarthy fired.
There we go.
I think a lot of people would agree with McCarthy getting fired, but I honestly don't see it happening till the end of the season. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, can we get a first for Mario Ferraro or anyone on the Sharks? Give us another first rounder. Any first rounder I will take.
I think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen at the deadline.
Oh, 100%.
If where everybody overbuys on it.
Leafs will trade you Mario Ferraro for a first and Fraser Minton. I'm kidding.
All right. She now she's really getting now that Appletini's really gotten to her. Just put it out there. So.
Oh God. All right.
She's like, I'm ready to go to bed. I have presents to wrap and everything. So.
No, this is chill. I like talking prospects. If Chicago gets Sobrini, I think whoever's doing this stream might lose their marbles.
Oh my God.
Like I don't think that would end well for the entire league. I would like get off of X as quickly as possible and to avoid that at all costs if the Chicago Blackhawks land Malcolm Sobrini.
But we've seen that with Edmonton just like grabbing like what 6 lotteries.
But they didn't do shit with it.
Right.
The issue is Celbrini's good, and Connor Bedard's good. So, and they also have Oliver Moore. Like don't give fucking Chicago Celbrini, please. Bring him back home. Bring him to San Jose. Let Mike Greer draft a Boston guy.
Oh, that would be wicked awesome. Marty T asking who's overbuying on Ferraro.
Anyone who needs defense. So Carolina Leafs. Who else sucks at defense? Anyway, any team that sucks at defense.
I mean,
well, okay, not us. The teams who are trying to win.
just putting it out there. Marty T. Yzerman Smith would be such a beauty combo too. Absolutely.
Oh, that's. I will say, like someone just put it in the chat, his stock is going down a bit.
Boo.
Not to say that if the Sharks don't have the second overall pick, I would love for them to draft Yzerman. I think he and Smith could light up the league.
Yeah.
And also he kind of, I think, fits what Smith like strides in with his other line mates right now. He kind of fits that like pure sniper mentality.
Oh yeah. Indeed. And Jerry F making a point here, if the wild card race gets crazy, which it already is, I think many teams will be overbuying at the trade deadline.
A team to also look out for is Detroit. I know they're a little stacked on the blue line right now. Oh yeah, sorry, but I got distracted. Demidov and Levishnov are also really good. So those are also great guys. But a team like Detroit, I wouldn't be surprised, who needs defense and can't hold a lead for the life of them. Wouldn't be surprised if Stevie Y does some business there.
So we mean to be
Justin
seen.
Hall is so good at defense.
Oh yeah, no kidding. So it remains to be seen what will happen, but we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be an interesting. I know these are usually the dog days of winter for the NHL, where it just it's like, okay, we're not quite in the playoff mode yet, but it's coming. So.
It is coming.
Yeah. So with that, I think we will wrap things up. In case you missed anything, when you want to watch this again, check us out at tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, where it's Apple, Google, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeart, Odyssey. Of course, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to let you know when we go on the air. And of course, give us some love on this one right here. I'll ask you, hey, what do you want to see down the road for the Sharks the rest of the way? Do you want to see more kids come up? Do you want to see the prospects, or the veterans trying to take the game up to their next level? So we'll see on that one. So leave us a comment, thumbs up this video right now if you haven't already. Shame on you. But as we come back live, so there you go, Jules. You're welcome. Your birthday present.
It was a loss by the Sharks. Yes.
Even a loss by the Sharks, but I threw on the teal helmet just for.
Oh my God! Yes. Someone take a screenshot of this. This every time the Sharks win is just.
Oh, that's no. Now you just ruined it. So you can't do that. No.
Do the Sharks need another defenseman? We have 2. We have Lacey and now Puckguy available for defense at all time.
Oh, nobody wants to see me play defense. I was a good shot blocker when I played, but I was on the wing.
They have so many of those.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So Jules, I know what. I hope you don't need to have another. Well, you can have another. You're of you're of that age. She's like, what should I get? I mean, do you have a drink du jour yet, or?
No. I'm watching Elf and going to bed.
And
they're losing on purpose to get Jules the first overall. Listen, I am not mad about it. If they keep losing and we get Celebrini, I will be at that draft, and I will be so happy.
Reports say that she's trying to book her room soon. Let's just put it out there.
Reports are that I'm trying to make it to Vegas.
Yes.
So there you go.
So a little added investment into the draft lotteries live stream coming this off season to Teal Town, USA, for sure.
Wish us luck if it's Chicago who wins it. Anyway.
Oh God. So, Jules, thank you. Happy birthday, my friend. Hope you have a great holiday season. For you, your final thoughts.
Happy holidays, everyone, and tankini for Celebrini.
Yeah. Caught me mid sip as you're saying that. Dang it! You almost made me.
Also, Cuda be better.
Oh, God, yeah, please. For the sake of our sanity, for the sake of Ian's sanity, for that matter.
Yeah, no,
God,
more Ian's
poor guy.
sanity than anyone.
Yes. So she's at Sharks_Jules on the Twitter and the Instagram. I'm at Puckguy14 on literally everywhere on social media. Bunch of love to everyone. Thank you very much for watching this. To our crew, thanks for hanging in there. I know it's been a long haul already, and we're only almost halfway through. Oh, boy. But appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe out there. Hope you have a great holiday the rest of the weekend. We will be back with you tomorrow night as the Pucknologist Christmas Eve Spectacular will take place. Jerk and AJ will recap this week in Sharks hockey, among other things. So be on the lookout for that at Sunday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on this YouTube channel. That'll do it for us right now. Thank you for watching. The next After Dark will be on Wednesday as the Sharks take on the LA Kings in Los Angeles. So be on the lookout for that a little bit after 10 o'clock here on the West Coast. So thank you for watching. Have a great holiday and be safe out there. And until next time, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Have a great night, everyone, and enjoy the holidays. Good night.